Hi everyone, I'm Peggy. I'm your 67-year-old Seint makeup artist. Seint is a cream makeup and it's wonderful for mature skin. As you can see, I have mature skin. I have the crow's feet, I have the hooded eyes, I have all of the marionette lines, and I even have the rosacea. See how red I get? Seint is wonderful to color correct. It's cream. It doesn't settle into these fine lines and wrinkles, and it truly is the mature skin woman's friend. You need one compact or one palette and one brush to do your entire face of makeup. If you're going to do some eyeshadow, you may need a little more than 5 minutes. You may need 7 minutes, but let's get started. Let me tell you, this is the most different premise I have ever seen with makeup. 3 shades make up your entire face of makeup. You don't take and put one shade all over your face, because then you'd have to come back with contour, which would be another layer. Then come back with a brightener, which would be another layer. And if you have crepe skin like I do around the eyes, it's just going to settle in there and say, look at her wrinkles, look at her wrinkles. So with Seint, we strategically place each shade and blend each shade just in its place. Just marry the edges of this color together and it creates one layer of makeup that doesn't settle into the fine lines and wrinkles. It is cream, so that is key. Let me show you. I'm going to start with the contour shade. Your contour shade is a cool shade and it's going to be scary as all get out. Yes, because we've never put anything this dark on our face. It's like, what in the world is she doing? Contour creates shadows. It gives your face depth and definition. So we're going to define and lift the cheeks right here. I have a large forehead. My hair goes back pretty far. So what I'm doing is creating a shadow to frame my face to where you don't notice it as much. Now, I love contour, so I'm going to make the stripe just a little bit wider. Come over here, start it right at the corner of your eye, and then go up right along the cheekbone. Again, what we're doing with this contour is we are lifting the face, defining the cheeks, and giving them more definition than we had before. Let's face it, as we age, everything moves south. We're trying to get it a little bit up north without surgeries and injections. So what we're going to do is come over here to where this jowl is and just frame this jawbone. There we go. Now, I have these 2 divots here. Why? Because I have jowls. Don't know where they came from yet. Here they are. So I'm just going to start at 1 divot and go under my neck and look at the shadow that created just by connecting those 2 divots. Now, it's because I have a turkey neck that I really want to put that shadow there, so you notice my chin more so than my turkey neck. It's like you're either going to have a double chin or you're going to have a turkey neck. There is no in between. If you have the double chin, you're going to want to start about right here and come a little further down under your neck to create the shadow, because that is going to move that double chin a little bit further back, create a shadow so it's not as noticeable. Will it still be there? Of course it will. But will it be as noticeable? No, it won't. Now I'm going to take my pinky and we're going to contour the nose. My nose is just a little bit wide for my liking, so we're going to rub the pinkies together, have them touch, and come right down the top. There you go. A little bit on the ball of the nose, and there you have it. It's going to elongate my nose, and it's going to also make it appear narrower once we get to the brightener. Now, contour can be used as eyeshadow, it can be used on your brows, it can be used to line your lips, just countless other things, but these are the major parts that you would put contour on your face. The next thing is we're going to strategically place our brightener. We're going to put, it's going to be a little bit lighter than the color of your skin, so we're going to brighten the parts of the face where the light hits. So like the forehead, we're going to come right down the center of the nose in between those 2 contour shades. Now, do you see how that narrowed my nose immediately? It really didn't, but it appears that it did. There you go. We're going to brighten the Cupid's bow. We're going to brighten the center of the chin. I just love this, my rosacea breakout. Who thought at 67 I would still have zits? Drives me crazy. Now we're going to brighten the eyes. Again, I have wrinkles and I have crepe skin under my eyes. So we're just going to put a little bit in the corners of the eyes, not a lot, because we don't want it settling into these fine lines and wrinkles. And we're not going to do the pie shape and we're not going to do the V, because if we do, well, you know, it's going to make it look worse, or it's going to accentuate these things more. The other thing is I have folds right here. A fold creates its own shadow. While we created shadows with the contour, we're going to take them away with the brightener. So I'm just going to put the least little bit in these marionette lines. And that is going to take the shadow away. Again, the fold is still going to be there. However, we're going to just take that shadow away. If you're watching, tell me hello and tell me where you're watching from. I like to kind of see who's where. It makes our world just a little bit less large. Now, we're going to move to my main shade. The main shade is the color that is the closest to the color of your natural skin. This is sandy. I normally wear hazel, but since I'm not in the sun as much, it's fall, so my face isn't going to get tanned as much as it did, so we're going to go to sandy. See what a great shade this is for me, because you can barely tell it's there, and that's what we're looking for. Seint has its cream, and it's more of a natural look, without it being like layer after layer after layer of makeup. The hardest part of Seint to get used to is using less. When you first start, you use way too much. Okay, these little tins will last forever. Well, not forever, but I mean, if you wore it every day, they would last 3 to 4 months. And that's your main shade. The others, the contour, this contour I've had for 7 months, and I still don't even see the bottom of the tin yet. You use that little. Now, the main shade I'm kind of using as a filler shade, and just to show you where we strategically are placing this, I have my contour, I've come back with my main shade, and then I have my brightening shade. Now I'm just going to marry the ends of this together. We're not going to go and just blend it all in together, because then you would lose it all, and it'd be the same as wearing any other kind of makeup. The other thing I'm going to do is you get a lip and cheek with your starter palette. You get the 4 shades. That is the shade of your choice, but it's a lip and a cheek, so it's dual purpose. This is Sandstone, one of my favorite shades. It's like a brick color, I guess, kind of like a orangey red, but not being an orangey red. Like I say, kind of like the color of bricks, and it goes with anything and everything. Okay, just put some on the lips. There we go. And I always make a mess with my finger, but you get the premise. Okay, now that's it. Everything I have used, you have seen, has been in this palette with these 4 shades. We're done with the placement. Now I'm going to pick up my one brush. This is the 3D brush, and I like cream makeup has to be set, so I like to blend with a damp brush. If you like to blend with a dry brush, that is totally okay. Hi, Arizona. So glad you're here. Florida. Yay. Your weather's a lot like mine in Florida. I'm in Southeast Louisiana. So we had like a cool front come through, and it put us in the 70s, which is like, woohoo, almost winter. I'm going to spray my brush with Seint setting spray. It's good stuff, and I can set it as I blend. So I'm just going to pounce it in my hand a little bit so it's not soaking wet, because you just want it damp. Now, I like to start at the jawline blending, and I'm just going to blend right around that jawline, then I'm going to drag it down my neck. The shadow is still there. You didn't blend it out. The shadow is still there, and we're just going to gently blend it in. So see, you don't want to just go to town just blending willy-nilly like we used to and the way we were taught. I didn't know anything about blending. Back in the day, I wore CoverGirl. There were, like 5, 6 shades. You picked the one that was closest. You either looked yellow or you looked orange. This is so custom to you with the colors. Okay, let's start. Now, we're going to stipple blend, and that's just quickly tapping this makeup and spreading this makeup and putting it exactly where you want it to go and where it's going to stay. There we go. Now, gently around the eye, because again, that is such tender skin. I'm going to flip my brush around. It has a little bit of a tip, and just tap. Tap, don't pull. Because if you're, like I say, at 67, I'm not pulling anything, because if you pull it, it doesn't snap back like it used to. The nose, we're just going to gently tap on top and gently on either side. Again, we're just spreading it where we want it to be. A soft blend. Notice it's a very, very soft blend. That's what you're looking for. Don't come rub, rub, rub. We don't want to do that. We're just gently stippling. See how we married the bright to the dark, or to the main shade. Now we're going to come up here and we're just going to make some circles up into my hair. I'm barely touching my face. And we're just blending. You still want to leave the shadow. See how you can still tell, but you don't want to go and just blend it all in together. If you blend it all in together, you're going to end up with a muddy mess. And we don't want that, do we? Go up into, and again, my hair is gray. Sometimes it does get up in there. What do? I just get a damp washcloth and get it out. It comes right out. Not an issue. Now we're going to come to the cheek. Notice how we have the distinct areas. I'm going to stipple up and down on this dark contour twice, then grab it with the lip and cheek and just up into the temple. Just very simple tapping. There we go. Let's do the other side. Same thing, gentle tapping, then drag it up into the temple. And guess what? I am done. See how I have the shadow, but I don't have distinct lines. This one might need to be blended just a little more, so give it a tap, and there you go. I'm done. Full face of makeup in 5 minutes or less. I literally can be out the door in 5 minutes or less. How do you get started with this amazing makeup? That's what you have me for. What I want you to do is go to a window in your home and look outside of the window. Look into your yard, your courtyard, whatever. Something that has natural light coming in. Not sunlight, natural light. No makeup. Take all of your makeup off, and you're going to take a picture of your face. Catch your neck and your décolleté if you can. Just take a selfie with your phone as you're looking out the window of a window in your home with natural light coming in. Send it to me. I think my link is floating on the screen, or if not, I'll put a little thing at the bottom that tells you the number to call to receive the link. Upload your selfie, answer 2 or 3 questions, which are like, how do you like your contour? Do you like it defined? Do you like it to look more natural? That's up to you. I'm more of a defined person, so this is what it would look like. If you are more of a natural person, you would just blend it just a little bit more. It's just that simple. You need 4 shades, 1 compact, and a brush, and you're good to go. What could be simpler? Your Colormatch is totally free. My gift to you. If you purchase, great. If you don't, that's great too. But if you purchase and you aren't 100% satisfied, Seint has a money-back guarantee, 30 days. You send it back, they refund your money. It's just that simple. So my question to you is, what do you have to lose? Thank you so much for joining me today. I so appreciate you for watching.